After being reborn, I decisively took the love letter the school bully wrote to the aloof campus beauty, made 100 copies, then flooded the school with copies, ensuring everyone knew. Because in my previous life, the school bully had made a bet that he could win over my childhood friend, the aloof campus beauty, within a month. Thinking of my childhood friend's future, I hid the school bully's love letter out of kindness. Yet my childhood friend, the campus beauty, was convinced I had acted out of jealousy and kept her apart from the school bully. So the first thing she did after returning from studying abroad was destroy my family and have us all killed. She had people pin me beneath their feet, her eyes brimming with bitter hatred. Fang Yuan, you disgusting man. Because of your selfish desires, you tore Wang Dateng and me apart. If not for you, I would have been with him long ago. Didn't you love me? How does it feel to be personally killed by the one you love? Do you think I'll forgive you just because you're dead? No, I'll never forgive you. After Bai Ningbing mockingly vented her fury, she left without looking back. I watched her retreating figure, my heart tangled with conflicting emotions. I never expected someone as proud as her would, for trash like Wang Dateng, push me into the abyss. What I never expected even more was that she thought I was the one who tore them apart. Bai Ningbing and I had grown up together. We competed from childhood, yet pushed each other forward. Over time, I gradually developed feelings for her. Back in school, Bai Ningbing had excellent grades and was beautiful, with countless admirers. My grades were always among the best too, but I was always just a little behind her, forever stuck in second place. Then Wang Dateng appeared. He was the handsome school bully everyone watched. Bai Ningbing was the aloof campus beauty with top grades. One was flashy and handsome, the other cool and beautiful. It seemed only natural that they would get together. At the time, Wang Dateng asked me to deliver a love letter to Bai Ningbing. Although I liked Bai Ningbing, I had never intended to sabotage what was meant to be between them. But one day, I heard with my own ears Wang Dateng joking with his friends behind her back. He said he only wanted to use Bai Ningbing for fun, to see what it felt like to corrupt a good student. Hearing the contempt in their voices, I clenched my fist in fury. And at that very time, Bai Ningbing was about to study abroad. To protect Bai Ningbing, I chose to hide Wang Dateng's letter. Unexpectedly afterward, they never crossed paths again, each following their own path. By the time Bai Ningbing returned home, Wang Dateng had already married and had children. When Bai Ningbing learned that I had hidden the love letter, she decided it was my jealousy and possessiveness that had made them miss each other. Using the connections and status she gained abroad, she had people beat and humiliate me, then coldly watch me die miserably in the snow. And my parents, they had watched Bai Ningbing grow up. Yet Bai Ningbing did not care in the slightest. When my parents invited her over for New Year's, she plotted a car crash that killed them. Thinking of this, I could no longer hold back my tears. I wiped my face, silently hardening my resolve. Since they loved each other so deeply, why shouldn't I help them be together? This time, I solemnly took the letter Wang Dateng had given me, and to make sure nothing went wrong, I made another 100 copies. Then I stuffed every letter into Bai Ningbing's desk. Now let's see whether they really end up together. After finishing all that, I furiously worked through to practice exams. I thought it over carefully. In my past life, my feelings for Bai Ningbing were not purely love. They were more admiration for someone exceptional, mixed with a competitive drive. In the end, my feelings became Bai Ningbing's conclusive proof that I was deeply jealous. They also became my death warrant. But now, I had let go of that hopeless unrequited love and focused on improving myself, because I understood only by becoming strong could I earn the right to choose my own life. Before long, I heard about Bai Ningbing and Wang Dateng's romantic rooftop confession. This time, they finally got together. Whenever I saw them together, with Bai Ningbing nestled in Wang Dateng's arms, sweetly acting spoiled with him, she was nothing like the girl who usually studied herself to exhaustion. It was like seeing my former self, the me who humbly offered up a sincere heart and placed it before her. The me who, when she said, "I want ice cream," would gladly run across half the city for it. The me who, when she said, "Your clothes are so ugly," quietly took the clothes I loved and buried them at the bottom of my closet. But those foolish acts had vanished the moment I was reborn. I gave the sweet couple a passing glance, then ignored them and buried myself in practice questions. In the days that followed, I heard plenty more stories like that. For instance, Bai Ningbing skipped class for Wang Dateng, just to prepare a birthday surprise for him. Since Wang Dateng had many admirers, she fought with other girls over him. She even followed Wang Dateng to get tattoos and go bar hopping. Her former cool, detached expression was gone, replaced by unmistakable joy and excitement. Bai Ningbing lost herself in her rebellious youth, completely forgetting her old dream of achieving something through study. Though she was exceptionally gifted, she could not escape the consequences of neglecting her studies. Her grades steadily slipped within the class, until she fell out of the top 50 in her grade. Because Wang Dateng knew I liked Bai Ningbing, he deliberately asked her in front of me, "You used to spend every day with your childhood friend. Didn't you ever fall for him?" Bai Ningbing curled her lips disdainfully. "Fang Yuan. He's so stiff and boring. Who would like him?" Her words made Wang Dateng laugh. He wrapped an arm around her and started kissing her right in front of their classmates. The classmates cried out in surprise, then hurried away, each blushing furiously. I ignored the two clowns making a spectacle of themselves, and kept my head down, working through problems. Soon, my hard work paid off. During a practice exam, I broke through the barrier that had held me back for so long, and surged into first place. What surprised me even more was that my teacher told me the school's study abroad placement would be given to me. He told me to study hard and live up to everyone's expectations. Previously, that placement had belonged to Bai Ningbing. But as fate turned, this time, the chance to study abroad came to me instead. After receiving the opportunity to study abroad, I no longer had to take the college entrance exam, but I did not slack off because of it. Instead, I worked even harder than before. I absorbed knowledge with an unquenchable hunger, and Bai Ningbing seemed to gradually fade from my life as well. Until one day, when I went to deliver materials to my teacher again, I heard Bai Ningbing's name for the first time in ages. A fierce argument rang out from the office, accompanied by heavy sighs. Bai Ningbing's parents sat to one side, sighing miserably. "Bai Ningbing, what is going on with you? Because of your relationship, your grades have plummeted. At this rate, forget about Tsinghua or Peking University. You will be lucky to get into an ordinary university. Yes, Bingbing, you are still young. You should focus on your studies." The teacher also earnestly tried to persuade her. "Bai Ningbing, you are standing at a crossroads in life. Once you take a wrong turn, one wrong step can lead to mistakes at every turn. Do you understand? We teachers have been through this. We would never harm you. If you want a date, it will not be too late once you are in college." Bai Ningbing raised her head. Her eyes glistened with tears, yet she remained defiant. "You keep saying it's for my own good, over and over. But you just want to control me. You only want me to become who you expect me to be, so you can satisfy your vanity." Wang Dateng taught me what was worth pursuing. I am happy now. Is it wrong for me to pursue the life I want? You are the ones who do not understand. Bai Ningbing's parents were left speechless. They did not know what to do. All they could do was look at her in anguish. "Bingbing, how can you say that about us? All these years, your mother and I have poured so much love and effort into you. It was never so you could make us proud. We only wanted your future to be easier." Bai Ningbing gave a cold snort. "Stop pretending you care about what is best for me. I know it all. You make it sound so nice. But really, you are afraid I will embarrass you. Wang Dateng is not the bad student you make him out to be. He has his own ambitions and dreams, and he treats me so well. I would give everything for him." With that, Bai Ningbing turned and slammed the door behind her. She visibly froze when she saw me, but quickly turned her head away and brushed past me. I stood at the door, having witnessed that entire farce. My emotions were tangled. So this was how Bai Ningbing had felt all these years. At that moment, even I could not help feeling that Bai Ningbing's parents did not deserve this. They had poured all their love and money into Bai Ningbing. They had never denied her anything. Yet in Bai Ningbing's eyes, her parents' devoted care had become control. As an outsider, I was in no position to say anything. With a sigh, I walked into the office and handed the materials to the teacher. "Sir, I brought the materials." The teacher accepted them and nodded warily. "All right, just leave them there." "Sir, I will be going then." "Wait, Fang Yuan." The teacher stopped me. I halted, looking at him in confusion. The teacher hesitated for a moment, then spoke slowly. "About what happened just now, pretend you saw nothing. Understood?" I nodded solemnly to the teacher. After leaving the office, I let out a long breath. Bai Ningbing's life had completely diverged from mine. She would take the easy road, and I would take the hard road. Sooner or later, we would become strangers. From then on, I continued studying relentlessly, ignoring everything else around me. At last, the day came for me to study abroad. My family and friends gave me heartfelt blessings. Bai Ningbing's parents came to see me off as well, but I could tell. Their smiles were forced. Fang Yuan, congratulations. Keep in touch with us after you go abroad. If only Bing could be like you. The boarding announcement suddenly rang out. The noise swallowed the rest of Bai Ningbing's parents' words. I politely said goodbye to them and hurried onto the plane, though I also felt their sacrifices for Bai Ningbing had been in vain. It had nothing to do with me anymore. The moment I took my seat on the plane, I knew my life was about to change beyond recognition. After arriving abroad, I pushed myself even harder, studying so hard I forgot to eat and sleep. My efforts paid off. I eventually earned degrees with outstanding grades. I also received plenty of prize money and awards. My classmates also got into their dream universities, sharing their lives back home with me. Occasionally, I would hear news about Bai Ningbing. Her relationship made her perform poorly on the college entrance exam. She only got into a mediocre university. Her parents were heartbroken over it. They tried every possible way to break the two of them up. However, this only made Bai Ningbing even more rebellious. She left home with Wang Dateng, regardless of the consequences. One of my female classmates quietly told us that she had once seen Bai Ningbing at an obstetrics and gynecology clinic. Bai Ningbing had looked haggard then, having lost a great deal of weight. I showed no reaction when I heard that. Someone as love-obsessed as Bai Ningbing, as long as she was still with Wang Dateng, would always put love first and neglect her own future. The next time I saw Bai Ningbing was when I returned home for a class reunion. My classmates had all changed a great deal. They excitedly talked about their campus lives and careers. Fang Yuan, I saw your paper. It was incredible. Your doctoral advisor is some big name, right? I saw you two on the news. It made me so proud. I told my roommates we were classmates, and they were insanely jealous. A genius like you is not someone you meet every day. I sat at the dinner table, calmly answering them one by one. The mood at the gathering was wonderful, until someone cautiously asked, Bai Ningbing, are you still with Dateng? The lively conversation abruptly stopped. Everyone could not help looking toward the person in the corner. By then, Bai Ningbing had long lost her former radiance. Though her makeup was impeccable, it could not hide her exhaustion. Her features bore the wear of hard years. Bai Ningbing smiled faintly, her tone flat. Oh, we broke up. Everyone let out a collective sigh. Bai Ningbing and Wang Dateng, once such a high-profile, unlikely couple, had finally reached the end. Back then, she was the aloof school beauty, and he was the handsome school bully. They had flaunted their relationship everywhere, drawing everyone's attention. But as time passed, once they were away from school and the glow of academic success, the contrast between them no longer held any appeal. After Bai Ningbing failed the college entrance exam, she chose a university in the same city as Wang Dateng. She wanted to study hard and regain her former standing, to prove herself once again. So, she devoted all her time and energy to studying, neglecting her boyfriend in the process. Wang Dateng no longer messed around and caused trouble as he had in school, but his womanizing nature had not changed. His handsome looks and cheerful personality also attracted plenty of new admirers. The most persistent admirer was a wealthy woman. She was quite beautiful and was willing to spend lavishly on Wang Dateng. Wang Dateng enjoyed the easy money. As Bai Ningbing gradually lost her school beauty aura, he grew increasingly impatient with her. In the end, he chose to leave Bai Ningbing and got together with that wealthy woman. Bai Ningbing was devastated. She spiraled for a long time, but eventually pulled herself together and refocused on her studies. However, her impatient desire for quick success did not bring her the results she wanted. She could only graduate without distinction and find an ordinary job. And just as in my previous life, Wang Dateng married a woman from a good family. I heard they were quite happy together. After the classmates discussed it for a while, they naturally changed the subject and stopped gossiping. After all, previously Bai Ningbing had studied abroad, adding prestige to her credentials. She was quite capable in her own right. After returning home, she got a job at a top investment bank. She was worth a great deal. Naturally, everyone was willing to flatter her and curry favor with her. But now, Bai Ningbing was just an ordinary employee. No one wanted to say any more about her. Watching this unfold, I could not help feeling a surge of complicated emotions. Whenever I thought back on the past, the things Bai Ningbing did to me because of Wang Dateng still remain vivid in my mind. But I never expected one small decision I made back then would alter the course of her entire life so profoundly. But what did that matter? I had my own life and future now. I no longer had to live in Bai Ningbing's shadow, nor did I have to worry that she would treat me as she had in my previous life, because I was strong enough now. Bai Ningbing was merely an insignificant passerby in my long life. I thought that after the reunion, Bai Ningbing and I would never cross paths again. Over the years, although our families were still neighbors, Bai Ningbing had never returned after running away from home. Her parents wept every day and gradually withdrew from their neighbors. Until one day, I was at home reading a paper when my phone suddenly rang. It was an unfamiliar number. When I answered, Bai Ningbing's drunken voice came through. "Hello, is this Fang Yuan? It's Bai Ningbing. Could you come pick me up? My head hurts so much. Sorry, I don't have time. I'll call your parents for you." Her voice suddenly turned shrill. "No, they don't want me anymore. Please. For the sake of all those years we grew up together." My brow remained tightly furrowed. I had not wanted to deal with her. But then I reconsidered. I could go over and make things clear once and for all, so there would be no more trouble later. So I went. It turned out Bai Ningbing's company was conducting massive layoffs, and she was unfortunate enough to be on the list. Now, she had none of her former pride. She went out late at night to drown her sorrows, drinking heavily. She drank until she threw up, then drank some more, as if that could numb the pain. Her makeup was completely smeared, and the sharp stench of alcohol clung to her. When Bai Ningbing saw me, her eyes immediately reddened. Then she raised her glass, with a bitter smile. "Fang Yuan, if I had never dated Wang Dateng, would it all have been different?" Her eyes were filled with regret and helplessness, like a helpless child. Yet, I did not offer her the comfort she expected. I only looked at her coldly without a word. Seeing no response from me, Bai Ningbing continued without waiting for an answer. "I regret it so much. I truly regret it. If only, back then, I hadn't let love cloud my judgment. I never knew I would end up like this. Why didn't my teachers and parents try harder to talk me out of it? Maybe things would not be like this now. Do you know, sometimes I really envy you. You have everything, while I have nothing left." Growing more emotional, Bai Ningbing's eyes grew even redder, and tears streamed down her face. Yet, looking at the person before me, I could not feel even a trace of pity. I stopped as I was about to leave, and turned back with a cold sneer. "Yes, your life is miserable, but you brought it on yourself." Bai Ningbing froze. She clearly had not expected me to say that. What did you say?" I looked her straight in the eye, speaking evenly, one word at a time. "I said you brought it on yourself. Bai Ningbing, even now, you're still blaming everyone else. People tried to talk sense into you countless times. You covered your ears and refused to listen. Now you blame them for not trying hard enough. That is just how selfish you are. You do not regret the love you once had. You regret the career and status you think you lost. That is why you have fallen this far. Who are you to say that about me?" Bai Ningbing trembled with rage. She lunged toward me, trying to grab me, pointing at me as she shouted, "You did it on purpose, did you not? If you hadn't taken the love letter Wang Dateng wrote to me back then, how could things have turned out like this?" I watched her crazed display, feeling nothing but deep disgust. I shook my head and dodged her somewhat grimy hand. "Bai Ningbing, stop lying to yourself. Even if I really had taken that love letter, you would only hate me for breaking you and Wang Dateng apart, and making you miss out on your perfect love." I looked down at her, my eyes full of contempt. "You and Wang Dateng really are made for each other." With that said, I turned and left, ignoring her screams behind me. I wanted nothing more to do with someone who insisted on having it both ways. A long time passed like that, until the year was nearing its end. I suddenly remembered that around this time in my previous life, I was enduring inhuman torment. But now, my parents were alive and well. My work was going smoothly, and I had a beautiful, gentle girlfriend. My life was as complete as it could be. Her name was Xinci. She was the daughter of my father's co-worker. Bright, youthful, candid, and adorable. Before I met Xinci, my life had been dull and colorless. There was only school and work. But Xinci shared many unforgettable moments with me. We went skiing together, made plans to skydive, and traveled together. Hand in hand, we walked through streets and alleys, while passers-by looked on enviously, and we held each other's hands even tighter. I still remembered our first meeting. It was on a summer evening. My father took me to his co-worker's home for dinner. A girl with a ponytail answered the door. She wore a white t-shirt and denim shorts, and her eyes curved into crescents when she smiled. When she saw me, She confidently held out her hand. Hi, I am Shang Xinci. You must be Fang Yuan. My dad talks about you all the time. He says you are a top student and tells me I should learn from you. I shook her hand. Her fingertips were warm, carrying the heat of the summer evening. After dinner that night, she pulled me out for a walk. She walked quickly, her ponytail bouncing behind her. She chattered nonstop about school, telling me she had a pet hamster, that she skipped class last week to see a movie, and that she wanted to skydive but had never found anyone to go with. I walked beside her, listening to her cheerful chatter. The evening breeze blew toward us, carrying the scent of grass and earth. When we reached the neighborhood entrance, she stopped and turned to look at me. Oh, there is a music festival next week. Want to go together? The streetlight fell across her face. Her eyes shone brightly, filled with anticipation and a touch of nervousness at being rejected. I nodded. Her smile grew even brighter. She turned and ran ahead a few steps, then looked back and called out, "It is a deal. Then, do not stand me up." That night, when I got home, I lay in bed, staring blankly at the ceiling for a long time.